But is anybody else joining? DEPA team was supposed to join, right?
I think so.
Can you check? Because I can't see Inayat or Joseph also.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I've only seen them from the program. I haven't been in direct dialogue with them.
Okay, okay.
But maybe it takes a few minutes. I had to install the program to log on. So if they have to do that, sometimes it takes a bit of time.
Yeah. I've just asked Inayat if she can check and see start because people are
Nice.
still joining in. So we can give a couple of minutes for people to join in. Also, we have started the live. So if they join between, we can accordingly. Hey, Joseph.
Hi, I've just written to Philip.
I think I can see Philip here. Yes.
Oh, Philip's here. Okay.
It just arrived.
Oh, great.
Okay, I think we have all the participants. Is Inayat joining, Joseph?
No, Inayat won't be.
Okay, so I think we can start and because anyways we have the like one hour, so and most of the time we want to keep it for more interactions. So I'll just give a quick just a quick introduction about the program and to the viewers who have joined in from the live and who are already part of this WebEx meeting. Thank you all for joining this afternoon. This session, this live session is basically where we want to discuss about the fourth edition of the AIM ICDK Water Challenge, and we have program leaders from two agencies who are actually the lead coordinator of this program, which is under the green strategic partnership between India and Denmark. So we have people from DTU Skylab and from DEPA. Then we also have one of our key mentor who has been part of this program, Mr. E. Nandakumar, who has been part of this program since the beginning and has been mentoring both the student and startup teams. And then we'll have a quick brief round of introduction. I'll give you that brief round of introduction about how this challenge has been doing between has been led between India and India from through AIM and then through ICDK, how that challenge has evolved throughout these 3 years, and we are in the 4th edition. So without further ado, I'll just give my mic to Miss Marie, who is from Next Generation Digital Action Program, and she is part of DTU Skylab, team lead student innovation. So Marie, over to you.
Thank you very much. And first of all, warm greetings from Copenhagen, Denmark. I'm really delighted to be part of this session. I know that you have already kicked off the recruitment of young, talented students and startups in India. And I think this session here is a perfect opportunity to clarify a bit more in detail what is the opportunity that is presented here, get feedback on all your questions, and hopefully get you very excited about this opportunity. As you said, my name is Marie-Louise Polman Larsen, and I'm situated here at the Technical University of Denmark at the Hub for Innovation and Entrepreneurship that we call DTU Skylab. And this is the 4th edition that we're doing, focusing on accelerating water innovation across Denmark and India, but also on a global scale, since we have a number of other countries that would be joining this program. And I'm extremely excited to see the profiles that's going to be signing up and also be part of the selection of the key teams that will be nominated and awarded. Let me give a little bit of introduction into the overall program, and then I hope that there will be time at the end of the session to also shoot questions and comments my way. And I'm delighted to be part of also providing more clarity on the program. This is the 4th edition that we're doing of the AIM ICDK Innovation Challenge. We're very excited that this is connected with the Strategic Sector Development Program, connecting Denmark and India, and basically inviting young, talented university students and early stage startups to bring their innovative ideas and perspectives into challenges that will be mentored and supported by national partners in India, but also international partners from our university and nominated mentors and sparring partners from other university ecosystems that we're collaborating with. The Water Innovation Challenge is part of a larger program that we call Next Generation Digital Action. And the ambition is to invite young, talented students and startups to have a voice when we gather international stakeholders here in Copenhagen, talking about how emerging digital technologies can help accelerate solutions related to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The specific partnership with India is focusing on water, and we're very excited about that. We believe that there is a lot of innovation and a lot of technologies, but also new novel ideas that comes out of the university ecosystems that can inspire international partners, not only on the solutions, but hopefully also joining and supporting these young talents to bring real impact into society. We have orchestrated and set up the program to run in 2 parallel tracks. One will invite university students to onboard challenges that are represented with international partners and organizations. So in the course of 3 weeks in the month of August, they will be working almost full time to turn the challenge into new ideas and concepts and opportunities, not alone, but with support here from DTU Skylab, our academic partners, both on a national level, on an international level, but also together with the challenge representatives, as we call them, which are people that have direct insights into the case that the students will be working on. What we look at there is, of course, attracting and inviting students that, first of all, have the time, the willingness, the dedication to work on an innovation journey that will be quite intense. So it takes place 3 weeks in August. You will be sitting at your own venue, at your university or nearby location, working digitally and hybrid with the case, and where we really hope to find students that are curious, open-minded, not only to work with your case, but also to connect with the other student teams from around the world that will be working on similar challenges. After the summer course that will take place in August at your own location, all the teams that will be selected and nominated for this program will have secured the travel and the stay and the activities for an 8 days program that will take place here in Copenhagen, Denmark, from the end of October. These 8 days are tailored for you to share and further accelerate the ideas that you have been working on in August. We will provide direct exposure, network, and platforms into what is called the Digital Tech Summit, which is an event that takes place here in Copenhagen over the course of 3 days. And in fact, this is the largest academic-based technology event across all Nordic countries that focus on emerging digital technologies. So we believe that this is a perfect opportunity for you to come with your ideas, your eagerness to further accelerate the solutions, get a lot of sparring, but we also believe that you will inspire a lot the Congress participants that will range across universities, industries, and authorities, not only from Denmark, but also internationally. We will make sure that, of course, you are ready to present when you are getting the opportunity to go on stage here in Denmark, that we connect you with the right partners to provide you sparring and network. And of course, we hope that some of the ideas that you are working on will also be able to continue after the Next Generation Action Program ends in the beginning of November. We believe that this is only the first platform, the first opportunity for you to continue growing, adapting, shaping the ideas that you bring forward here in Copenhagen. And this we can only do together. So this relies on you having a lot of passion, a lot of drive and creativity, being open-minded and being active with the network that we provide an opportunity with, but also connect both on a national level and on an international level to look at the best opportunities to continue your idea. Some students might be extremely eager and motivated to create their own startup to further accelerate the ideas they have. For others, the idea is to inspire larger industries or organizations to work in partnerships to further test and prototype and ideate the solutions. We are very humble. We have a big confidence because we have seen the teams that we've been onboarding before from India, that these opportunities do exist and provide an excellent opportunity for you to return in India and really create an impact with your ideas. But it's only possible for your drive and motivation. So I really call for you shaping your applications to showcase what you're bringing on board, both in terms of academic background, if you have done something extracurricular, or hopefully already have some initial concepts and ideas that you're eager to drive further in the shape of this program. So this was one of the tracks. There will be in total a number of teams coming from India that will be selected, and you will be part of a cohort of a total 30 student teams that will be recruited from Korea, from India, Mexico, Colombia, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania, and of course Denmark. So that means that this also provides you an opportunity to connect with 27 other student teams that have been handpicked to join this program. And we really believe that this can foster a next generation of a global community that can take action well beyond the project and the idea that you're having here. The course in August will provide you vast opportunities also online to connect with the other student teams. And this again, being very proactive from your side to reach out, to connect, be very open with your ideas to get as much feedback on your ideas and solutions along the way. On the other track, which is not focusing on the student teams, we are also inviting early stage technology-based startups to sign up for this program. These will be projects that are already in the development. You likely have a prototype and have been to the market with a feasibility study. You may even on some scale already have a market for your technology. But what we want to offer in this program is to give you international platform, expert sparing, and consulting on your technologies to make sure that these are exposed to an international network where you can see both international opportunities, but you can also get direct sparing on your technology from international clients. At the Digital Tech Summit, you will also be provided the platform both to pitch on the stage and to get a designated area where you can showcase your technology and again tap into both valuable feedback for your technology and business model, but also open the doors for new types of partnerships to accelerate your ideas and solutions, both on a global scale, but hopefully also inspiring more impact on an Indian level. You will be matched with 13 other handpicked startups that are working with emerging digital technologies from the same countries as I mentioned before. This also means that you will be part of a very unique international cohort of handpicked early stage startups, where we do believe that there will be a lot of synergy between the technologies, the struggles of making it as a startup, and for you to really have an opportunity to accelerate and inspire your solutions. We're extremely excited. We have seen very, very good teams in the other years coming from India. So we do also have very high expectations, both in your application, but also if being selected, that you commit fully for this opportunity, because the more you commit, the more you would also get out of this program. So once again, we are extremely thankful for the many partners, including DEPA, that is enabling us to invite you to participate in this program. Leave no one behind, and inclusion is extremely important for us. So we do not select based on your financial constraints of coming to Denmark. We want to make sure to provide an inclusive program where we cover the travel, the costs and the expenses that will be associated with your stay here in Denmark. But we do call for your dedication and absolutely being on board in this program. So I will leave it here for now, and then of course invite for a lot of questions in the chat and live afterwards. Thanks a lot for listening in.
Thank you so much, Marie, for elaborating on every aspect of the challenge that is like really important for both students and entrepreneurs to understand. I've given the courage to apply. That is such a good opportunity. The next we have Philip, who is part of DEPA, and he will be further elaborating on the challenge. Over to you, Philip.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Perfect, yes. Also from my side, greetings from Denmark. Well, without access to a sufficient water supply, the humankind cannot succeed. This is indeed a very old truth, with civilizations having vanished due to the lack of water, but it's still a true truth also in present times. In many countries in the world, you need to spend a lot of money to buy your water, and sometimes walk far to fetch water at the river, a task typically reserved for women, adding to the inequality of a given society. But also in a developed country like Denmark, we have challenges with the drinking water quality, and in some places also with shortage of water in the long term. So water challenges are old, and many of the solutions are old as well, but not implemented. And sometimes new ideas to old problems emerges, and then it is the responsibility of the established, you would say the old systems, to quickly grab the ideas and make sure that they also be part of the solution together with the old ideas. My name is Philip Granner Petersen. I come from the Danish EPA, the Danish Environmental Protection Agency. And for the last 3 years, we have worked together with the Indian Water Ministry, the Ministry of Jal Shakti, to support the implementation of the Jal Jeevan mission to secure potable water in all rural areas of India. And this is part of the Green Strategic Partnership between India and Denmark. The solutions that we bring to the table in this partnership are based on many years of experience from Denmark of improving a well-functioning but not always perfect water supply system, developed through many years of political focus, of strategic thinking, and sometimes through trial and error. And the whole idea of the Indo-Danish partnership on Jal Jeevan is to mix those experiences with an Indian reality and find out what works and what doesn't. We find ourselves quite innovative, but we also know that our work is often embedded in old thinking rather than new. And this is why we also prioritize new ideas, like the ideas that you guys will bring to the table through participating in this water challenge. New ideas to old problems. This is why we fund the Indian Water Challenge, and this is what we look forward to learn more about when we have reached the end of the journey in a few months' time. This year's overall theme is about data, and in fact, it all concludes at the Digital Tech Summit in Denmark in October this year. And data is also at the core of efficient and sustainable water supply. The days are long gone where all you needed was to lower your bucket in the river or dig a shallow well to get water out of the ground. Nowadays, we are too many people in the world to do that, and instead we need a detailed understanding of the water system so that we do not over-abstract the resources and leave less water for the generations to come. But data is expensive, and we need to find new ways of gathering them as cheap as possible, to store them in organized formats so that they can be used for more than one purpose, and to also find new ways of utilizing them. And this is at the core of the Indian Water Challenge this year. And I look forward of learning of new ideas based on emerging new technologies like extended use of drones or satellites for getting data. I look forward to innovative ways of capturing the water data, maybe using smartphone apps, and to organize them in databases for public use. And I look forward to hear how the data can be utilized for overall planning of sustainable water supply, or to nudge the individual consumer to water-saving practices on a daily basis. And on behalf of the Ministry of Jal Shakti and also the Danish Environmental Protection Agency, I look forward to having the best of the ideas maybe play a role in the future as part of the next phases of the Indo-Danish Water Partnership. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Philippe, so much for giving us a better understanding about how this partnership has worked throughout and what exactly are we looking forward and what impact is required for the future, right? So next up we have Nandakumar sir, who has been part of this journey since the start and has been a key mentor for students in startup teams, and have been with the students and startups and help them understand this journey. No better a person than him to make you or us understand how exactly we have to go through this journey and what it entails to be a part of such a big event. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Garima. I hope I'm audible. Hello, am I audible? Just checking.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. I wish you all a very good afternoon. It is my pleasure and privilege to be part of the 4th edition of the Atal Innovation Mission and Innovation Center Denmark, or AIM ICDK, supported Open Innovation Water Challenge. Having been part of it, part of the earlier 3 editions and experiencing the incredible culture of innovation and entrepreneurship fostered by the Technical University of Denmark, DTU. I'm sure that we are in for another big event this year where students and entrepreneurs from countries around the world get together with the best of mentors and subject matter experts to address some of the most complex challenges faced by us today and develop practical solutions that can be implemented, could get incubated as a startup and taken to scale through an accelerator program. The International Center for Clean Water, which I head, is an initiative of IIT Madras dedicated to research, implementation of solutions and nurturing startups in the area of clean water. ICCW, as it's known, has been fortunate to connect with many startups through the past 3 editions of AIM ICDK. We have provided testing, validation, prototyping facilities as well for those who needed it. And we have also subsequently incubated 2 of the startups from the 2nd edition and accelerated 3 startups from the 1st edition. So they have all now gone on to become established enterprises. So there is a clear possibility of converting the ideas into worthwhile startup enterprises. The program itself, as I see it, is unique in that it provides the participants an opportunity to think beyond mere technology innovation to community level innovations. How does one bring about mindset change? How does one leverage data? I think this time it is on data. So data plus water. See, water itself may not be very valuable. We may take it for granted. We may say the world is 75% water and so on. But water plus data is where value is created. And how does one bring about behavioral change that is needed to conserve water and to maintain it for future generations? And these are not subject matter of social scientists only. Today, the boundaries between disciplines are blurring. When I was a student several decades ago, we were particular about the branch of engineering we chose, whether it's electrical, mechanical, civil, metallurgy, and so on. Today, engineering education has become multidisciplinary. And that is the outlook we need to solve today's problems. More than engineering or science, education itself today needs to become multidisciplinary. Engineers and scientists need to appreciate the socio-economic, cultural, political, legal context in which our societies exist. And any solution must address multi-stakeholder needs to succeed. So it is not just desirable, but vital for the future of mankind on this planet that we address problems holistically. This is exactly what the AIM's ICDK challenge is about. It brings about thinking that goes beyond our comfort zones. The duration of the program may not be sufficient to create a startup, but the focus is on thinking creatively, getting the context, getting the foundation set to be able to express ourselves beyond the constraints of language. Because language itself can be a constraint in expression and understanding. What I saw in the last edition was a creative use of visuals, drawings, pictures, audio and video to get one's message across. And the energy levels that I saw were amazing. It's only when we start connecting with people who may come from different backgrounds, from different even language zone, that, and how do we communicate with them? How do we empathize with them and their situations? It brings out the best in students and entrepreneurs, something that they themselves would not have envisaged in the beginning. So teams from Mexico, South Africa, Denmark, and Korea participated in the India Challenge, along with the Indian teams. They were looking at problems affecting India. To me, it has been an honor and privilege to be the owner of the India Challenge and experience the awesome ways in which students and entrepreneurs from around the world view and address problems faced in India. Apart from bringing out-of-the-box thinking, the program fosters cross-cultural engagements and forces participants to empathize with situations in another corner of the world without ever stepping into those places. The first thing they learn is to look at real-world problems objectively, collect evidence on the problems, and how many are suffering those problems. The key here is to get evidence and not opinions. Opinions change frequently and they will not get us anywhere. Facts and evidence don't change, and they are the bedrock of solutions. Now, next they learn how to approach the solution to the problem. What technologies are available, how to leverage them. Collaborative thinking is the key here. And the tools provided by DTU and the mentoring support from experts can be leveraged by the teams to get the best possible solutions out. The third step is to look at the feasibility of implementation. What challenges are we likely to face? What are the favorable conditions that we can exploit? And what could be the unfavorable conditions and how could we overcome them? The teams that will qualify and win will be those that are able to cogently put together the problem statement, the solution approach, and the implementation approach. The key criteria will include innovativeness, affordability, circularity, and sustainability of the solutions. So don't hold back any punches anywhere, give it your best, you go all out. And at the end, I would like to say that this is going to be an exhilarating journey where there will be only winners and no losers. Some may get shortlisted and qualify for the finals and become eventual so-called winners, but all the others who participate will also be winners. I'm sure they will see transformation in their approach. They participate in all sincerity and develop their thinking and collaborative abilities. So these things are not taught anywhere the way they are taught at the AIM ICDK Challenge. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you all the three guests who are here. And just to wrap up before we take the questions, I'll just give a brief background of what has happened in the 3 years from Indian side. So we have received about close to about 1,000 applications over a period of 3 years, both in both categories, both student and young entrepreneurs track/categories. Now these students have then few of them has qualified and been part of the program in Denmark in all the 3 years, and Nand Kumar sir have been part of these process throughout the years and have been key mentor in this process. So has been Marie and Kim. And from Indian side, the students, once the application has been submitted, then the application goes through a 2-step process. One is screening, then there will be some panel discussion of these panel screening/discussion over these applications, and then we'll be finalizing it, and then the student teams and the entrepreneur teams will be intimated about their next generation. Next part of the journey that they'll be carrying on. And just key highlights of these 3 years have been there's few of teams have shown very remarkable success. One of the success stories which has been also part of our they're also part of our Atal Tinkering Lab team, that is Staff Water. They have been a success story, key success story, and also been highlighted by the Honorable PM in his Mann Ki Baat. So this is one. Then there is one startup, Solinis, who was part of Shark Tank Season 2. They have raised several rounds of funding after that, and also on Shark Tank. Then there is one startup as Omset, who has been part of UN delegation, and then they have also presented there, and they have won several prizes on and off. So there have been various success stories that has come out of these programs and are also currently on their entrepreneurial journey. So it's a very exciting process and exciting journey to be part of. So if any of you have not applied, still planning, so please do apply. Our applications are already live on website at aim.gov.in. You can check through the website and then apply under either the student track or the young entrepreneur track. So please do apply. The applications are open till 20th June. So it's like in next 2 days we are closing. So just apply. With the mostly what we are looking for is an intention and motivation of you to be part of future innovators. That's what we are looking for. So please do apply and be part of this program. With this, I'll just open the floor for any questions if we have from the participants who have joined. So please, you can unmute yourself and ask the question, or else you can put it in the chat. Meanwhile, we'll just search for the questions which are on YouTube Live.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Manogya. I have a question regarding eligibility for participation. So in the website I visited, there is no mention of BTech. So can a BTech student participate in this program?
So Manogya, actually, we have given under 3 categories: bachelor's, master's, and PhD. So BTech comes under a bachelor degree program, so you can do apply. So just mention, select bachelor's and then apply.
Okay, and I have one more doubt. So currently I'm in my 4th year final semester, right? So am I eligible to participate under student section?
Yes, you still have not graduated, right?
I mean, the university we got our grades for our final semester, but we didn't have the university hasn't given our degrees yet. So maybe by the time of August, I may be graduated. So that is the reason I'm asking.
But you still have enrolled as a student and still not graduated. So as of now, just put it under a graduate. So
okay, so it's fine that if I get graduated in July, is it fine that if I even though got graduated in July or maybe later August?
It will take you time for the graduation and then officially be part of a startup course.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Arun, you have a question. Arun, can you hear me? Okay, anybody else has a question?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Khadija. I have a question regarding the form submission. So there's an option for teams. So do all of the members of the team have to apply individually, or just one person from the team have to apply?
So if you see in the form, it's written either you are applying as a group or an individual. If you are applying as a team, just one member of the team who may be the group leader or the primary person. Just select group and then give the details of that person, and then the last question says give details of the other members who will be part of this team or will be traveling to Denmark. So just give the details there.
Okay, so in the question where we have to upload files, for example, our CV, do we have to include files for all of the members?
You can collectively compress in one file and then upload it.
Thank you so much. And just one more thing about the abstract, the question that asks for abstract for our solution. That has to be a water-related answer, right?
So are you applying in a student track or you're applying in a
student
startup track? It differs. Student track. So I'll rather give this to Marie. Yeah, if you can.
So for the student track, as we said at the beginning, you will be onboarded and connected with a real-world challenge that focus on emerging digital technologies. So there will be minimum 1 or 2 of the teams from India that will be working on water innovation. However, we have in the program been a bit broader in terms of the scoping of the cases. So there will also be a challenge related to urban development, one related to the quality of education. So I believe in this sign-up form, there is an opportunity to indicate which of these themes that you are most eager to work with. So in short, I believe that there is an opportunity if you're very driven by working with emerging technologies within another theme that's not directly connected to water, we would still be very interested and eager to see your application.
Okay, so I have a few ideas that me and my team would like to work on. They're not directly related to water, but they still are about community development as a whole. So that's okay if I fill in that. Okay, thank you so much. Also, one last final question.
Yeah.
Do the teams compulsorily have to have 3 members, or is it?
It's maximum of 3 people, so you can accordingly.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Uddhav, yes, please go ahead.
Yes, so my question is, what would our next steps be after we have filled the form?
So after you have filled the form, there will be a screening process that will happen at the back end, and then there will be once that's in this screening process, we'll be shortlisting few of the teams, both from students and startups, and then they will further present it to an expert panel. And once that has happened, then final list of students slash entrepreneurs who will be selected will be implemented.
And maybe
Alright,
just to follow up, so after you have been selected, we would, from DTU Skylab, take the lead in terms of getting you on board. So there would be sent a welcome email from our side, giving you more detail on which of the challenges you would be working on. Then we would have on the 2nd of August, we have like a short online kickoff session that takes place online. And then the actual innovation course, so the summer course where you would be working on the case, would start on the 5th of August. And maybe just to connect it, there is a question in the chat here. So the real world problem and the case, we have selected those for you. So we will be onboarding from our side. You would get a short case description of around 2 pages, and you will get direct link to the industry, the company or the organization that will provide mentorship from their side to give you more ideas and inputs in terms of working on the case. And of course, looking at you bringing in the knowledge and the expertise from the context of India, because that's where you're experts, right?
Okay. Yeah, Prashant.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everybody. Ms. Garima, Mary, and Mr. Nand Kumar. I am Prashant Mehta. I'm the founder at Panthera. We are based in Ahmedabad, and we are incubated with the AIC GeoSec Incubation Center, which is the official partner of AIM, that is Niti Aayog. My question to you guys is, I have a couple of questions. The first being, what is the subdomain that we can opt for in the water challenge? So water as an industry is a large industry. So are we looking at specific problem or thematic areas, or is it open for any kind of water product innovations?
Murray, will you be taking this?
Yeah, I can give an input from my side. I mean, I think what we've seen the other years is that we would love to have diverse ideas and solutions brought into this program, because I think that's where we can guide and inspire connections and the linkage between technology and the challenges in new ways. So I would keep it very open and be very excited about what you bring on board. And then, of course, see if there is the match in terms of the program here. But don't be narrowed in terms of being too scoped into a specific case. We would love to see your technology and startup applying for this.
Well, absolutely looking forward. And my
if you want to add something.
And I think we're giving a little bit of a weightage for the digital element from your company, the technology, and also safety and quality of water. That's the broader theme that we're looking at. So if you have digital technology for safety and quality of water, that would be something that very well aligns with this year's program.
Right. So when you say technology, we have the technology with the product, and in terms of the business model, there is digitization. So I hope we qualify. I mean, we have already submitted the application, but would happy to know your thoughts on that. And my second question is regarding the screening. So how is the evaluation based on what are the criteria, or how much weightage is on innovation, on the business model, on the traction? So what is it that we are looking at? And also the evaluation, will it be done by the Indian team or by the DTU folks?
So Prasham, there are few parameters that we have already kept in mind. Like there is a proper screening process that is going to happen for Indian team at first level. For the Indian cohort, at first level, it is going to be screened within India, and then once the student or the entrepreneur team has qualified, then further they'll be as part of the DTU team. So there will be a small amount of screening at their part also. About the weightages to each and every KPI, so that's a little internal right now. Once we have all the applications form and are in place, and once we start the criteria, maybe we have not released it yet, but there are weightages and proper screening KPIs that has been given and consulted through various experts like Anand Kumar sir is there. Then we have, as we are sitting at a NITI, then we have water vertical experts from NITI, and then we have water experts from other startups and founders who will be part of this expert committee and reviewing the applications. So I think you should not be worrying about if you have a great product, then certainly you will be qualified.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so do you have any other question?
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, so just, I'm sorry if it sounds like a repetition, but let me just summarize it, just correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, students will have to find a real world problem statement, meaning in terms of water, and they need to assemble the data and create an evidence out of it, and based on that data, they should provide a solution. Is that right? And that solution will get selected. Is that how it is?
So
Can
just
I attempt to answer that? Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, I was.
Sorry. You want me to? Yeah. So Arul, if I were to just rephrase what you said, see, there is a broad challenge that is thrown on water, data, and safety and quality of water. So that's a kind of prescriptive boundary. When we say collect evidence, what we are saying is if you're saying there is a problem, it can't be something that is without, it's just an idea and it doesn't have any solid evidence, and it should be something big enough that it's worth solving, right? So it's up to the teams to identify what is that big problem they are solving and where is this problem. It could be in any part of India. It need not be all across the country. It may be in a specific area or a specific domain, right? And so establish the problem, then the solution is the innovativeness that you bring in, because traditional solutions exist which may or may not have succeeded. What is it that new you're bringing to the table, and how are you designing it to be successfully implemented? So at this stage, it's a lot about thinking through what are the challenges faced today in implementation, And how can you be different? How can you see beyond what is visible, and how do you go? And that is where the real innovativeness comes. It's not just some idea, fancy idea. It has to be practical. Somewhere affordability will come in, because India is not a country that can afford, expensive solutions. So that's all it takes. I mean, it's more of common sense, I'm saying, but sometimes we miss it, because when we get carried away by our ideas, we miss the ground reality. So that's the reason I brought the evidence part.
All right, that's great. Yeah, it was informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. Do we have any other question?
Yes, Garima, I have one more question. Prasham here again. Can we submit any more credentials about our startup and about certain media coverages as well? Like the form allows certain details we have already filled, but anything else beyond that can be shared? Is there a way to do that?
Prasham, I think whatever we have put out on application form and is what is required for us to mark any team. So if anything further required, we'll ask you to submit.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Garima, there was a question in the chat here about the deadlines.
Yeah. Okay. So the deadline of this application is still 20th of June. That's in next 2 days. So kindly please apply. And we have some questions on our live also. I'll just read out those questions. So one question is, the program is water innovation and themes. We have also included quality education, etc. So our idea can be in quality education too.
Yeah, I think that's one for me. Yes, exactly. So there will be a total of 3 student teams from India. Those 3 student teams will be linked to work with a real-world case in the Next Generation Action Program. One of these student teams will be working on the case that's represented by the Sector Development Program in India, and that is exactly focusing on safe water and inviting for emerging technologies. We have from other international partners also a big focus on water innovation and digital technologies to support safe and clean water management, mapping of water. However, we also have 2 cases in the program that focus on emerging technologies for quality education, and the other one centered around smart cities and planning thereof. So in case you have an idea or a project there, you could be one of the teams that are linked to that if you would be really excited for that.
Okay. I think the second question is more or less related, but I still read out. Please explain about the themes mentioned in the application form. They have given different themes, not just related to water. So this is something which we have asked them to rank, and then it's about. So if I think that's basically you have already clarified it that that this is a broader theme, and then we are working across other 6 themes, so that's cleared. Then again, the other question is about explaining the evaluation criteria and the parameters of our application that will be judged. I think I have already explained that, how that is going to happen. Then the last question is, can school students participate? Now, school students can not participate because this is basically for students who are either enrolled in a bachelor program or a master program or a PhD program. So any student currently who is in transition from, like, who has passed class 12th and has recently taken or a team has recently taken admissions in BTech and BTech or / any other bachelor's degree program, and they were still in this student days or in their ATL days. This is basically coming from ATL students. So if during their ATL days you were a part of problem statement, working on some solutions, and have continued working on it, and have recently enrolled in a BTech program / any bachelor's degree program, so do participate. So who has recently or a fresher being part of bachelor degree. So for those students, do participate. So that's what I clarify that particular part.
I have one
Okay.
question. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, so flood and drought management can be considerable in this proposal, in this application process.
Marie, can you?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, so yeah, you are. I mean, I think we don't have a specific case that relates to flood and drought management. However, we do have a water management case from South Africa where similar technologies and solutions could be super relevant. So I think within the proposal, I mean, one thing is your idea, but what we'll really look into also is your motivation and dedication to onboard this program and to, you know, have the time and the relevant background in your team to further kind of develop and pivot the program into matching the cases here. So I would say, you know, go with what you are very comfortable and inspired by, but also leave a narrative around your momentum as a team and the background and excitement to join the program and to get the most out of it, because we'll definitely also be looking for that going beyond the idea that you bring on board as a student team. Of course, as a startup, we would be looking more into the technologies that you already bring forward as a company.
Okay, we can take one last question if there is any. Okay, so I don't see any further hands up. So thank you so much. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Philippe. Thank you, Nandkumar sir, for being part of this live. And if anybody else who has missed anything and wants any clarification, so this is on our YouTube channel, Aim to Innovate. So you guys can tune in again and see and search through whatever queries you have. If you further have any queries, you can please write down to us. All the emails have been sent out and can just reply back to us on that particular email IDs, and we'll try to revert to as many queries as possible. And please do apply. Applications are closing on 20th of June. It's in 2 days. So apply, be part of this program, and see you all in Denmark. Thank you, guys.